KO the base here. We lit tonight. Y'all come through, man. Y'all know how we gonna show up and show out. See y'all all in the building. KO the base here. We lit tonight. Y'all come through, man. Y'all know how we gonna show up and show out. See y'all all in the building.
Yo, yo, mic check. Salute. Salute. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, hello. Can y'all hear me? Yo. Yo. All right. Shout out to Tim Carey, not Jim Carrey, with the 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He said salute. Shout out Victor with the 5-piece in the super chat. He said, KO, we claim to be diehard Tank fans. Let's let Tank get that on American soil bag. What you say, KO? Shout out to I don't know what you mean by that, bro. I don't know what you mean by that. Shout out to Emmanuel Carter, 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He said absolutely nothing. He just showing love to the channel. Shout out Brandon Broussard, 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. Says salute KO. Don't listen to OG Victor. We don't want to see that ish. Nice try, Vic. Shout out Meaty Riley, 5, with becoming a member to the channel. Appreciate you, Meaty. Salute to you, bro. Salute to you, fam. So I wanted to get on because I'm having technical difficulties, bro. My camera's not working. My internet keeps going in and out for some reason. So if I go out and my stuff starts messing up, we're gonna have to end the show. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Let me see who all we got in the building real quick. Shout out to let's see who's all up in here, man. We got shout out to my dog Sam Williams though coming through with the 5-piece in the super chat. He says salute, bro. Salute to you. We got all things being a member for 14 straight months. Salute to you, brother. Salute to you. We got Jamar Moss in the building, Anthony Robinson, realistic Washington fan, Ruben Langford, Kevin House, Emmanuel Carter. What's up? Ray Patterson, brother Huey Q, Snoop in the building, Terrell Jackson in the building, boxing, Ray Patterson, TYTY007, all things trap band, Optics ID, DP. Are you with me? DP Rocker, what up? Cash Crypto, Night Rider. Million Films, Lamar Jackson, Ray Patterson, Hollywood. We got Boxing and Barbecue, my dog Rozilla in the building. What's up, DXN Tsunami? NO Boxing 504, LaRon Jones, A Sostain, Terrell W, Awesomer, Byron Bull. No evidence in the building. Happy Wars, DC Dre, Texas 16 South, Ronnie Bravo. What up, bro? Salute to you. Happy Wars in the building, Byron Bull. We got Brandon Broussard, Texas 16 South. We got Tim Carey, salute to you again. We got who else in the building? Country Boy Boxing, what's up, bro? We got Rashad Warner, paid in full. What's happening with you, bro? Meaty Riley, what up? We got Z in the building. Melvin Near Podcast, D Free, what's happening with you, homie? Salute. Boxing, bow hunting and boxing, what's up? Salute, tired ass Cowboys fan, what's good with you? Joseph Jackson, what's happening with you? Mark in the building, what up? We got no more sleepwalking. Mark, I don't know why you feel that way. Why don't you go tell him that, bro? Don't come over here to me talking about other content creators, fam. We don't rock like that over here. Flyer Frequent, what's up, Frequent? Salute. Mark in the building, what up? Savage Killer Queen, what's up with you? LaRon Jones, what's happening? Anthony Chulo, what up? Everything Healthy, Savage Killer Queen, Marshawn West, J Main, NO Boxing 504. What up with it, bro? Brashley McClendon. Who else in the building? We got Joseph Jackson, Tim Carey, J Main, Tez 305, Mr. Blue, Jay Horseman. What up, man? DC Dre, what's good? In the building boxing. I see you, bro. Raider Transplant, Angelo, what up? All things being a member for 14 months. He say, smash the like. That's right. Smash the like, man. Smash the like, bro. KO, we talking about Usyk and Bam Rodriguez tonight. Also, probably Isaiah WYD, what up? Probably. If don't nobody want no smoke, Killer B, what up? Tiff Ash, what's good? Tamika Young in the building. Marzi, what up? Marshall Howell, what up? Y'all give me a second. We got my dog, Big Dog Willie, 10-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He said, salute to the chat. And KO, salute to you, bro. Appreciate the 10-piece. And appreciate you just showing some love without trolling. I know you might troll now just because I said that. But salute. Victor, what up? Dub, right side. What's happening with you, Dub? Salute to you, bro. Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all give me one quick second. Please get the likes up to 100. Get the likes up to 100 real quick. I got to go let my dogs outside. While I do that, I'm going to play the intro. By the time I get back, the likes better be to 100 so we can get straight to it.
KO the base here. We lit tonight. Y'all come through, man. Y'all know how we going to show up and show out. See y'all all in the building.
stop that damn intro, man. We got 100 likes, bro. Donald Favors, what up? We got 100 likes real quick, bro. Look, I'm not playing with y'all today. Let me do this real quick. Cause I don't have time to do a long show. Usually we go to about 10:30. I'm going to about 9:30. Cause I gotta do something with the family, bro. I gotta do something with the family today. So there we go right there, man. I'm not finna play with y'all, bro. I'm not even finna play with y'all, bro. I got a lot to talk about, but there go the link. I got so much to talk about, but there go the link, bro. There go the link. We can do this hour with me kicking y'all ass in these debates, or I can go over these topics. I'm cool either way. I'm cool either way. So y'all just let me know what y'all want to do. You feel me? We got one body bag right here. This easy work. This easy work right here. What's up?
What's up, KO?
What's up? Go ahead, talk to me. I see
Man,
somebody behind you, Reyes Boxing IG. I see you back there. Once I get done whooping Joseph ass, I whoop your ass too.
you ain't never beat me. You know that.
Go ahead. The floor is yours.
You keep saying, like, I seen your title. You saying, like, you say scared or something?
I say Devin
Where?
scared, Bill scared, the whole Haney Colt fan base is scared. Y'all all petrified right now. What's up? Talk to me.
Scared of what? Like, that's the question.
Of this fight. That's why y'all keep trying to find a way out of it.
How is making sure testing trying to find a way out of it?
The floor is yours, bro. I'm not finna go back and forth asking questions and shit. Floor is yours. Go ahead.
That's my question. How is finding testing? I mean, getting testing for trying to find a way out the fight.
They already agreed. They already agreed to testing Joseph when they made the fight and they signed the contracts. All this shit is new.
Well, it's already done. He agreed to it. I don't see the
That
problem.
don't mean it's not. That don't mean he ain't scared. That don't mean he ain't scared. Why the scary part comes in? Why are you asking for extra shit that you didn't ask for during negotiation?
He flexes A side. What's the problem?
You flex your A side during negotiations, not after they're already over and the fight's already announced. So again, why didn't they do this? Right? Why didn't they, whatever they wanted, whether it was 12 weeks, 16 weeks, we want Brian Norman to sign up for 365 out of whatever it is that they wanted. Since they the A side, why didn't they come and flex that A side muscle during negotiations? Why did they wait until after the fight was done? Why did they wait until after they already had a press conference? Why did they wait until everything was already announced to come with these new stipulations and these new demands?
Bro, they said that they signed up for VADA at the first press conference, right? Or am I tripping? And then Bill probably got an email saying that they ain't signed up or they trying to wait till August 1st.
Turkey Allah Sheik did an interview on the same platform that you're using to reference all your stuff, and he said all the fighters on this card are signed up to VADA and getting drug tested.
Mm-hmm.
So again, why are they coming with something? Why are they coming with something new? Why are they coming with something new after the fight's already signed?
That's not nothing new. He didn't give VADA his whereabouts. That's not nothing new.
He didn't have to give VADA his whereabouts because Turkey Al Sheik is only playing for a certain amount of testing. The Haneys are asking for extra testing outside of the contract.
They paying for it though. So what's the problem?
That's fine. Why didn't they offer to pay for it and ask for the extra testing during negotiations?
Well, Bill said he did, but you're not gonna believe it. So
Bill didn't say he did. I've listened to every single thing that they have said about this. I've listened to every interview. There ain't nothing you listen to that I didn't listen to.
They said the
contract and terms were already set and agreed to.
They said
they're already set and agreed to, bro. Why are they trying to get Brian Norman and his team to go outside of the contract? When Turkey was drawing up these contracts, why didn't they say, put them on what we on, we'll pay for the extra, Turkey?
They said they already agreed to the 16 weeks, right? When they was negotiating, right? That's what Brian Norman said, right?
They said they agreed to whatever Turkey had put on that contract. And then on top of that, he told Bill Haney, if you pulling out the fight, go ahead and tell Turkey you pulling out the fight. Run it through Turkey. Bill didn't want to run it through Turkey.
So you didn't
which
hear
lets you know this
Norman,
is some extra shit, bro.
So you didn't hear Brian Norman say he agreed to 16 weeks, right?
He agreed to whatever Turkey put in the contract. The fight's already done. Why are we having this conversation after the fight's already signed and done for, bro? You still haven't answered that question.
He wanted more testing. What's the problem with
that?
So
why didn't he do that? Why didn't he negotiate that up front? Why is he backing into it?
He did if they agreed to 16 weeks.
He didn't though. Otherwise, this wouldn't come up.
How?
You cooking
Well,
yourself, bro.
no, I'm not, because Brian Norman Jr. and Senior said they agreed to 16 weeks.
They
said, well, I'm gonna
agreed.
start 2 weeks
They
before.
agreed, and Bill Haney agreed to 16 weeks or whatever it was. I don't know if it's 16 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever it was. Turkey put in the contract. Both sides agreed to it, and Bill Haney is letting you know he wants extra. That's why he's the one saying he's willing to pay for it, because he's asking for something outside of the contract. So I'm asking you again,
and I'm asking
how in the fuck is this on Brian Norman Jr. and not on the Haneys when they asking for shit that didn't, that wasn't in the contract?
What's scary about wanting more testing?
What's scary about it is, number one, were you scared to tell Turkey that this is what you wanted? Number two, who else have they done this with?
How do you know he?
Who else? Who else can you name? Devin Haney has what, 32 fights? Can you name anybody else that he has agreed to a contract with, and then after the contract was already signed, they asked for some more extra shit?
This is a new precedent.
Yeah, because they fucking scared. When they agreed to a fight with Loma, it was up. When they agreed to a fight with Regis, with Votto, whatever it was up. When they agreed to the Ryan Garcia fight, it was up. Everything was up. They was good. They was ready to go. This is the first time. This is the first time in his entire professional career he has agreed to a fight, got a fight announced, got a fight done, did a press conference for a fight, did a face-to-face for the fight, and then after all of that shit, come back and ask for some different shit that's not in the contract. Shook, nigga. Scared.
So signing up 2 weeks before is scared?
Asking to change a contract that's already been agreed to is fucking scary.
Nothing in the contract. They just signed up for testing right now.
They asked for some extra shit that's not in the contract, brother.
That's scary shit.
Weeks, if you agree to fight me, and we say we're gonna fight in Dallas, Texas, we say we're gonna do 5 rounds, 3-minute rounds. We say we're gonna have a ring this size. We say we're gonna have this size glove. And we agree to everything. We announce our fight. We have the Joseph Jackson Knockout Boxing 86 TV press conference. We do our face-off. We do all of this shit. And then I come back a week or two after our face-off, and I'm like, oh, by the way, Joseph, look, I need this too. I need you to do this too. Nigga, I'm scared. I'm shook. I'm asking you to do something that we didn't already agree to. And I should have asked you that shit up front. That shook behavior. That scared behavior. Yes, bro. Yes. I'm shook. I'm so shook. I'm so worried. I'm willing to pay for you to do something outside the terms of the contract that we both already agreed to.
He asked him to do something. He asked him to do something that he said he already did.
He asked him to do something that was outside the scope of the contract, bro. Yes, he did.
He signed up to Vada.
So then why isn't it in the contract with Turkey, bro?
You signed up for Vada.
Why isn't it in the contract with Turkey? Turkey wasn't tripping on him being signed up for Vada. Turkey wasn't tripping on him being signed up for Vada or not, because Turkey Al-Sheikh knew what he had already been willing to pay for. So he wasn't tripping about it.
We don't know what was in the contract. All that we know is what they saying to us.
We know that Bill Haney was asking for some shit outside of the contract. That's why he didn't want to go to Turkey, and that's why he said he paid for it himself. If it was in the contract, why is he trying to pay for it himself, bro?
Because he wants a clean program. What you mean?
So why didn't he negotiate that up front with Turkey? If he was unhappy with what Turkey was willing to pay for, why didn't he bring all this up when they were negotiating the fight, bro? You see how either way you cooked?
No, I'm not.
Like you're not making no sense.
I don't see how I'm cooked at all.
Okay, so whatever he wanted when Turkey sent them that offer, how come they didn't say?
It's like asking for more money. Like, oh, I want this.
No, scary energy is trying to accuse a nigga who never popped dirty of being a drug cheat.
For nothing. See, that's what you're nothing to do.
Yeah, accusing and insinuating that somebody is a drug cheat is some scary ass shit.
He said,
sorry, bro. You cooked on this. I got somebody behind you though. Maybe they can do better than you. Shout out my dog Joseph. Let's see what Reyes got. Reyes, what up?
No, actually, I mean, I appreciate your content, and I agree with a lot of the things you're saying. I was the one asking you, are we going to talk Usyk or Bam tonight? Because I got no squab with you on the Haney thing.
Okay, well let me get through these. Let me get through the rest of these. I think it's some people backstage is trying to debate. Hopefully, I can get to it. If not, we just gonna get smoked today.
Cool.
Talk to you soon. Head Buster, what's up?
Oh, what's up with you? I can't debate with you. I'm in agreement with what you're saying. So if you need to get to other people, I understand.
Yeah, let me get to some people behind you, fam. But salute to you. I appreciate you coming up, homie.
Yeah.
Salute to Head Buster. Rude boy, what up?
How you doing, brother?
I'm chilling, fam. What you got?
Oh man, I'm just trying to understand something here. Have anybody
Talk
seen
something.
the contract?
Has anybody seen the contract? You mean
Yes,
like
sir.
any fans?
Anyone, content creator, fans, what have you? Have anyone seen the contract?
I don't know. I can't answer for everybody, bro.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. But I'm okay. Well, what about yourself? Have you seen the contract?
No, I have not.
So all this is speculation
What's speculative about what I said?
about Haney being scared and the fact that they're asking for earlier testing.
It's my opinion that he's scared based on the fact that they're asking for earlier testing, which wasn't in the original agreement, which came out of Brian Norman Sr.'s mouth, and Bill Haney confirmed himself. That's what I'm basing my opinion off of. Do you disagree?
No, I cannot disagree to that portion there because I heard what Bill Haney said himself. However, what I do have a problem with is a scared portion. I don't see Devin Haney being scared because they asking for earlier testing. That's the portion I don't agree with.
Why would, if he's not scared, why is he asking for somebody to do something that's not in the parameters that they already agreed to? Has he ever done that before in his career?
But the problem is that we don't know what the parameters is because no one has seen
has
the
he ever
contract.
has he ever done that in his career?
No, he
Has
has
he ever?
never done that. No, I have not seen him do that, but neither have no one ever stated anything about what was the parameters in regard to the
It
fighter that
doesn't
he
it
had
doesn't matter
prior.
what the parameters are, rude boy. Here's what matters, bro.
Okay.
They already have the final. They already have went back and forth on terms. They've
Hmm.
already to all the terms, which has
Okay.
led Turki Sheik to announce the fight and have an entire kickoff press conference where
Yes,
they did
sir.
face-offs, they did everything. And then after the kickoff press conference, after everything is agreed to, now the Haneys are doubling back saying, hold on, we want y'all to do this too. We need y'all to do this as well. When have they ever done that?
Well, here's my question to that, and that's a
Can
that's
you
a great
answer my
question you asked.
question
No, I
first?
can't say they ever done that, so I will answer that.
So
But
then, so then I'll let you ask your question. So since they've never done that, they're
mhm.
behaving in a manner that I've never seen them behave before. I've also never seen Bill Haney get on the phone with somebody and ask for them and tell them that they didn't want to fight Brian Norman Jr. and lie about having that phone call. I've never seen him behave this way. Never. So
I never seen
I'm
Bill Haney behave this way when it came to this whole situation. And I don't want to have nothing negative against any of these brothers here, especially these fathers that should be showing a good example on how to negotiate this business for this fight. I just don't agree that Haney is scared of Brian Norman. That's just a portion I don't
I don't
agree
have
with.
any problem. I don't have any problem with anyone disagreeing with me, rude boy. But this is what
I
I
got
do. This is what I do with my show, right? So
I
I'm
like the
not
show.
just telling you. I'm not just telling you, yo, these niggas scared, bro. I'm telling you why I believe them to be scared, and I'm
Okay.
giving you my argument.
I
Do you
got you.
have a better one for why they ain't scared?
Yes, indeed, I do. Due to the
Talk to me.
fact is that the trauma that that person faced with the whole Ryan Garcia situation, with the testing, him getting caught with those drugs, they just want to make sure that before this fight happened, that nothing comes up later on in the fact where Devin can possibly suffer some same type of damage due to the fact that someone was siphoned off of some type of performance enhancing drug. If you're
So they're
clean,
worried.
it,
So they're
it
worried about it happening to Devin again.
yeah, they will be worried, but that don't mean that they're scared. That just means
And
they're
they
protecting their
agreed,
fighter.
and they agreed to a certain level of VADA testing when they both agreed to the fights.
That's the portion right there. That VADA testing.
And then now they're asking for something else,
Oh,
and that's
hold
not a
on.
sign of fear to you?
But no, hold on. So we're going back to the VADA testing. Is Haney sign up for 365? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you sign that contract and you know that that person is underneath that, would it also mean that that fighter should be underneath that 365
No,
section as
100
well?
100% not. That stuff costs a lot of money, and the
Hmm.
only thing that they need to do is whatever they agree to. You can be on 365, and if you agree for the other person not to get tested at all, that's on you. Luckily for us as fight fans, that's not what's happening here. They're
So I
signed up
get.
for 365. They didn't make Jose Ramirez sign up for 365.
Well, see, that's the portion no one is clarified.
Ryan Garcia is not on the 365 out of program. They
I thought he
made
was
Ryan
on that
Garcia ahead of
365.
time. They made Ryan Garcia ahead of time. He had to agree to VADA testing for his fight with Rowley, and then
Hmm.
all the way through to the Devin Haney fight. They have
Okay.
Brian Norman Jr. He has agreed to his VADA testing based on what Turki Sheik gave him, which is 8 weeks, is what's being reported. But
8
now they've
weeks.
come back. They've come back and said, we want more. We want more testing after they've already agreed to everything. They've never
Uh,
done that before. That is fear, bro. coupled with the fact that they making these bogus ass phone calls talking about how they didn't want to fight Brian Norman Jr., bro.
So so the phone calls have been made talking about they didn't want to fight him. I hadn't heard that portion yet.
100%.
Okay, so if that's the case, if they agreed, so you saying that they agreed for 8 weeks testing or 16 weeks testing?
They had an agreement for a certain amount of VADA testing when they signed the contract with Turkey, bro. When they agreed to terms with Turkey. Turkey sent an offer to Brian Norman Jr. He sent an offer to Devin Haney. They made certain terms that they wanted. When is the fight gonna be? How big is the ring gonna be?
I got
Who's walking out last? Who's the A side? Are we doing drug testing? Yes or no? Okay, yes, we doing drug testing. What agency are we using? I use VADA. You cool with that? Yeah, I'm cool with VADA. How long are you willing to pay for, Turkey? I'm willing to pay for 8 weeks. All right, that's cool with me too. Cool, let's announce this fight and get it popping. Then after all of that, say, man, we need y'all to do more drug testing, man. We willing to pay for it. If y'all don't do it, man, what's going on? Scary, bro. Fear, fam.
If that's what you're stating, and if we looking at that based upon, because again, there still hasn't been clarification if it's 8 weeks of testing or 16 weeks of testing. Until that is actually confirmed, but based off your analogy, yeah, you could say that will be fear tactics, that they're afraid to fight the fighter. But until that portion has been proven to be exactly that, 8 weeks or 16 weeks, then it's up in the air.
No, it doesn't matter though, and let me explain to you why. I'm glad you brought that up. It doesn't matter if it's 8 weeks or 16 weeks, whatever it was, they've already agreed to it, or else.
But we don't know what it was. That's the problem.
But here's the thing: Turkey wouldn't have announced a fight. That's what kills the entire argument. He's not announcing a fight that's not done. So they've already agreed to everything. So the mere fact that they're coming back saying, "Yo, we want this instead of that. We need you to do this
Turkey
instead of that." That's on them, bro.
That's on Turkey, especially because if these guys all agreed to this, and no one has clarified that what did they really agree to for is the weeks in testing, then that's on Turkey, that's on Bill, and that's on Mr. Brian Norman Sr.
That's not on Brian. That's not on Turkey or Brian Norman. The only people trying to go outside, because Rude Boy, the only people trying to go outside the scope of the agreement are the Haneys, bro.
But we don't know what the agreement is.
It doesn't matter what the agreement is. If you didn't like it, you shouldn't have agreed to it, bro. That's the problem. Like, it don't matter what the agreement is. They shouldn't have agreed to it and then tried to back into it. That's fear, bro. That's scary shit, fam. Like, it don't matter if it's 8 weeks.
I dig where you're coming from.
Hold on, fam. Hold on.
Go ahead,
brother. If it's 8 weeks, 16 weeks, 24 weeks, 32, whatever it is, they already agreed to it, fam.
But we don't know what they agreed to.
It. So that's not on Turkey because he thought he had a fight. That's not on Brian. He thought he had a fight. The only people going around trying to change some shit is the Haneys. That's on them, bro. We can't put it on Turkey. And I don't even like Turkey.
I don't like him either too much, my dang on self, to be honest with you. So I'm going to keep that 100. However, I still have to say the fact that we don't know what the agreement actually is, but we have to go based upon on what they signed. If we go back off what they signed, hold on. I'm hearing you. I heard you out. If they're going off based on what they signed and they done announced these dates, shouldn't they already started the VADA testing from the moment that stuff was signed?
No, because it's only July. If we go, each month is give or take 4 weeks long.
4 weeks, right?
August is 4 weeks. September is 4 weeks. October is 4 weeks. November is 4 weeks. They fighting at the tail end of November. So 4. That's what? That's 12 weeks, and then maybe another 3 or 4 weeks. That's about 15 weeks we out from the fight.
Right,
15 weeks we out from the fight. So if Turkey's only paying for 8 weeks of testing, if he's only paying for 12 weeks of testing, then they don't need to sign up yet. Whatever he was paying for. What the Haneys are asking to do is start testing sooner. We want you to start testing right now. If that's what they wanted, they should have
negotiated that.
They agreed to the fight.
Right, yeah. That's so again, it's based upon the clarification of what was the actual agreement on the testing.
Again, and I got somebody behind you. I'm gonna make
this. I got you. No, you're fine, bro. I got it.
I'm gonna make it again, bro. I'm gonna make it one more time. What you're saying, that's cool. If that's what you want to wait on. What I'm bringing to you is it doesn't matter what the agreement was because they already agreed to it. Otherwise, we don't get the announcement. Otherwise, we don't get the press conference. Otherwise, we don't get the whole card announced. Nobody on that card from David Benavidez to Anthony Yard, from Bam Rodriguez to Fernando Martinez, from Abdullah Mason to Sam Noakes. No one on that card has had their fight announced and then asked for some more shit after the fight's already announced, other than the Haneys, bro. This is on them. Everybody else is good.
Based off that analogy, you will have a point. That's hard to argue.
But let me get to the next one behind you,
Yeah,
bro.
no problem, man. Thank you for allowing me on here, man.
100%. Shout out to Jalen James. 5-piece. Shout out to my dog. Hold on. Shout out to my dog, Jalen. 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. My dog say, yo, chat. Yo, chat. Okay, he's saying yo, chat. KO, got you, bro. Yo, chat accused Bud and Dev of drug cheat every day, and you don't push back nothing to them. Chat, I need a yes or no in the chat. Have you heard me say you can't put a jacket on Devin and a jacket on Bud just because they working with Victor Conti because they ain't never popped dirty? But you got to understand that when you working with a drug cheat, people are going to accuse you of that, but I'm not putting a jacket on them. Have y'all heard me say that? Yes or no? Yes or no to the OGs on the chat. Have you ever heard me say that? Moving on. Shout out to my dog Jalen James back in that super chat showing love. I appreciate you, bro. 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. I see you backstage. Give me a second. I'm catching these super chats and I'll bring you up. He say, you said Dev should learn from the Ryan fight. Facts. Now you shitting on him for being wise. Keep it consistent with these wild narratives. It's not wise. What would have been wise is to negotiate this shit up front. What would have been wise is to say, before you agree to the fight, before you agree to some terms, to make sure you actually cool with them. What would have been wise is to not worry so much about the money, not worry so much about that bag, not worry so much about making sure your name is first, Haney versus Noman, not be so in a rush to make sure that you walking out last because you the A side. What would have been wise is to do all of this shit ahead of time before you agreed to something, before you agreed to terms. When y'all was going back and forth on terms, when y'all was setting terms back and forth, what would have been wise is, oh, yo, Turkey, look, hey, we really want the Brian Norman fight. We appreciate the opportunity, your excellency. We appreciate you. But it says right here you're only willing to pay for 8 weeks of testing. Would you be willing to pay more? And if you're not willing to pay more, we'll just let the Normans know we'll pay for the extra testing. Can you put that in the contract, sir? Can you put that in the terms, sir? That would have been wise, bro. It is stupid. It is not wise. It is the opposite of wise to let the fight get announced, to accept the terms of the fight, to agree to the fight, to do a press conference for the fight, and then come back and try to back your way into some shit that you want, that you probably should have made sure you negotiated ahead of time. So nah, bro, this ain't wise. This is stupid. This is dumb. And maybe since he was the A side in negotiations, he probably could have got some of that shit. But now you put the Normans in a position where they're right no matter what they do. If they decide to do what the Haneys are asking for, they right. If the Haneys pull out because they're not willing to go against the agreement that they already have, then they right for doing that too. This is on your fighter, bro. Eat that shit. Eat that shit, bro. We got Boxing Hacker with the 2-piece in the super chat. Bill said they agreed to sign up early for VADA. What's your point? What point are you trying to make to me? If you want to make a point to me, 2 things. I can put the link in the chat. And then number 2, when you use Bill said, when you start your sentence with Bill said, you're going to have a hard time convincing me to believe you, bro. Because Bill also said he never called Tay Jones. Bill also said that Kambosos had a rematch clause for the belt. Bill also said the Muhammad Ali Act said some shit that it didn't say. Bill also said Subriel Matias, Peter Kahn, who was his manager, asked for $4 million for Devin to fight Subriel Matias, even though Peter Kahn is not his goddamn manager. So I hear you. I hear you. And I appreciate the support. I really do. But when you come in here and you start your sentence with Bill said, bro, you got to understand Bill also said that I used AI memes to emasculate his son, right? So Bill said gets nowhere, gets no play in this motherfucking chat. We got my dog Trap Band, 2-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He says absolutely nothing. Just showing love to the channel. I appreciate you, big dog. We got Jalen James, 2-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. Bam suspected of drug cheat. Since he on snack, I ain't got no problem with people trying to tie that to him because he is on snack. But he gets the same treatment that Devin Haney, the same treatment that Jerron Bootennis, the same treatment that anybody on snack gets from me. Until you pop dirty, I can't put that jacket on you. So yeah, I ain't mad if people say that shit. Do your thing. When you working with Victor Conte, that's what come with it, bro. And that go for anybody, including people I don't like or people that I do like. I know you thought you had one, bro, but I'm too thorough. I'm too real, bro. What up, Opulent? I'm too real, bro. What's good?
Hello. Okay, so there's this narrative about snack. First of all, Victor Conte has already been convicted. He already did his time. We already know the boxers and the baseball players that he was convicted of doing time for. What he'll do is he'll study people's body, find out when they sleep, their habits, and create substances that were illegal in these sports for them to perform at the highest level. He went to prison for this, came out, became an advocate of clean and fair sports performance for athletes. So this narrative, when people like Ryan Garcia get popped for cheating Devin Haney, and people want to villainize somebody that got cheated because they don't like his daddy. His daddy be cussing. His daddy be talking crazy. His daddy think his shit don't stink. It's very unfair to the actual integrity of the sport. What I think Turkey should do is actually have 365 testing from VADA for all these boxes across the board. And he should fund it since everybody says it's expensive. So for Devin Haney to have gone through that, which was a traumatizing experience, and for him to just want fairness, because when he got cheated, people were making memes out of him, laughing at him, instead of being like, hold on, this brother got cheated. Hell no, what's $1 million of a grab gonna do to somebody? So all that shit is fucked up, and Devin Haney should take those proper protocols because everybody's going to be trying to think that he's lying and he's trying to get a way out. Fair competition across the board. It doesn't matter if I like you, if I dislike you. I don't want to see anybody get cheated. Straight up. And last point. We have been talking about Devin Haney being afraid. Was Kambosos a good opponent? Was he top tier? No, he wasn't. But what did he do? Every single time he tries to face somebody, it's for a belt. He's going on the same route as Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford, every time he fights, it's for a belt. He's trying to do something special. Devin Haney's taking that same route, whether you like it or not, whether you don't like the opposition. He doesn't have those asterisks to his name where people are saying, well, Boots want to fight this person before he fights somebody like Virgil for a title. So Devin Haney's not my favorite, but the man is trying. He's trying to be competitive, and he just wants an equal playing field. Some of the stuff that they did with the suing, I don't agree with, but let's get that man some grace. I'm out.
So what the hell does any of that have to do with what we're talking about today, bro?
You're saying he's afraid. He's trying to be great. He is trying to face a champion in a new division, and he's just trying to get proper drug testing for the competition because he's already traumatized from getting cheated.
So why didn't he negotiate all the stuff he's asking for now ahead of time?
Understandable, but we also know when contracts are signed, you can make modifications to them, can't you?
When has Devin Haney ever tried to?
Simple question. I said no, I understand what you're saying.
But what I'm asking you, what I'm asking you is, have you ever seen him make modifications or small little things? This is a huge thing, is it not? You just went on this whole tirade. No. And I let you talk. Hold on, bro. I let you talk, fam. Go ahead. You went on this entire tirade about Devin Haney getting cheated, which I agree with. You were going in. Oh, VADA, Victor Conte, he did his time. He did this, he did that, but now he's back and he's trying to do everything that he can to make sure that he don't have that rap on him no more. And Devin Haney is just trying to make sure he has a clean fight, and it's this important and it's that important. Okay, cool, no problem. I'll give you all of that, bro. But again, when you get to the point that we're talking about on this channel, if that shit was so important to you, why did it not become important to you until after you already had a press conference? Why did it not become important to you until after you already did a face-off? Why didn't this shit become so important to you while you was negotiating the fight? Why did you wait until after the fight to bring all this shit up? And now you're trying to paint Brian Norman Jr., as some sort of dirty fighter when he agreed to whatever VADA testing that Turkey put in the contract already. What the Devin Haney fan base and what Bill Haney is asking for is some extra shit, bro. It's extra. If they wanted whatever it is they want now, they should have wanted that shit ahead of time when they were negotiating the fight, bro. There's no way out of that point, fam. So I hear you. I want them on an even playing field. I think drug testing should be involved. Should be involved in boxing for everybody. I ain't arguing with you on that at all. Where you lose me at the real, and where you losing me at big time, is that this is the responsibility of Devin to do this shit ahead of time, bro. You are coming across as scary because guess what? He didn't do this shit when it was Jose Ramirez. Whatever they agreed to up front, that's what Jose Ramirez was required to do. He didn't do this shit with Lomachenko. He didn't do this shit with Regis. He didn't do this shit with Ryan. Never in his career has he agreed to all the terms of a motherfucking fight and then tried to change the terms after the fight had already been announced. He's scary, bro, to go back. Yes, nigga, he's scared because he never does this. Usually, when Devin signs a contract or when Devin agrees to a fight and it gets announced, it's up. I'm here to outbox you. I'm here to whoop your ass. I'm here to do what I'm going to do to you. Usually, when Bill Haney popping that shit, he don't take it back. But guess what? He on camera popping shit to Brian Norman back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Then the very next day, calling Tay Jones to try to get Brian Norman on the phone and let him know he really wanted to fight Shakur and not Brian Norman. He's on camera signing for the fight. He's on camera doing the motherfucking promotion for the fight. And then now he's on camera trying to back out this shit and come up with some new shit that they didn't agree to up front. That's why I say he's scary. So I'm going to give you the microphone back. But please explain to me how Devin is in the right for asking the Normans to go outside of the contract that he himself already agreed to. Floor is yours.
Okay, I was listening to an interview with Brian Norman Sr., and I believe it was the boxing voice of Mill City the other day. And they asked the Brian Norman Sr. if Brian Norman Jr. has actually ever been signed up with VADA at all. He said no. And so Brian Norman Jr. is not a athlete or boxer that ever signs up with VADA. So when you make a contract, you're saying those aren't little changes. I believe 2 to 4 weeks is a little change when you're talking about an athlete that you presume to be clean anyways, that doesn't take any illegal substances because you don't have to be on any type of cycles. They're not going to be drug testing you every day. Within that 2 weeks, they might stop by and come and they travel to you. So they'll come get your blood or your piss and you can go back to vacation and you're not doing anything wrong. Now, should they have done the contract to where these weeks were scheduled ahead of time to stop the confusion? And yes, I agree with you on that. You dig? So, I just don't think they're scary. I think Devin actually goes to different weight divisions, tries to actually fight for some sort of legacy, unlike a lot of these boxers who just want to flex how much money they making and how many asses they putting in seats. So that's where we disagree on. But they should have done that ahead of time. I'll give that to you. But they should have. I ain't gonna argue with that too much. They should have done.
So let me ask you this. So you agree that they should have done it ahead of time, but you're saying that it's not scary behavior. So my next question would be, now that we've come to an agreement that you actually agree with your boy KO on that point, let me follow up with this one then. If they're not scary, can you explain why they've never done this with any other opponent that they've ever had?
Well, let's put it like this. After Ryan, that's when Devin signed up for 365 VADA testing, correct?
Yes.
Was Jose Ramirez on VADA testing when he signed a contract with Devin?
He got on VADA for the Devin fight.
Okay. So when he got on VADA for the Devin fight, now was Brian Norman on VADA for this fight?
He agreed to do VADA for the Devin fight. Yes.
So the history of VADA with Devin is after the cheating, right?
No, Devin was on VADA for the Loma fight. Devin's been on VADA for a long time. He's been part of the WBC. To his credit, he's been part of the WBC clean boxing program for years now. He's always been getting drug tested for his fights, but none of that was my question. So I'll ask it again. What I asked you specifically, the real, was you said he's not scared, but you agree that he should have done it ahead of time. You brought up Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez. Hold on, bro. I'm gonna give it right back to you. Jose Ramirez. Once the deal was done, Devin and his daddy were good. They didn't go back and ask for more outside of the agreement that with Jose Ramirez. They have never done that in their entire career. So again, this is after Ryan Garcia. This is after the trauma that Ryan Garcia caused by cheating Devin Haney, which he did fucking cheat. I've been saying that forever. I give him that, bro. I'm not up here hating on Devin, but I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, bro. And at the end of the day, the nigga is looking scary because again, you have to explain to me if he's not scary, if there's not some fear there, if there's not some apprehension there, then how come this is the only fight that he's ever done this with where he has agreed to all the terms? He has done the press conference. They have announced the fight. And then he came back in the 12th hour asking for some changes to be made or threatening maybe to pull out the fight. Why is this the first time that he's doing it if he's not scared? You say he's not scared, so there should be a reasonable, logical explanation you can give as to why he would do this shit, and he's never done it before. So can you please explain that to the people? The floor is yours.
First off, I don't believe anybody that get in that square circle is scared of anybody. You know, some people just might think they could get beat if somebody's more skilled than them. But to say that somebody is scared that is a professional boxer and actually has accolades more than the person that they're trying to fight, I don't believe that at all. That's just common sense to me. It's from what I know and what I've seen and what I've studied when it comes to boxing. So he's not scared, first of all, because he wouldn't have signed up for the fight if he was scared in the first place. That's just common sense to me. Now, he's taking precautions. I mean, Brian Noman has never been under VADA at all in his career. Bob Arum has never made Brian Noman do any type of VADA testing for any of his fights. And that man is muscular. And Devin deals with a lot of those scientists and people that study health and performance, just like Snake, just like Victor Conte. And they probably told him, hey, you might want to do this. He's talking about going on vacation just to be careful. So I don't think he's scared. He's just taking those necessary steps to have a fair and even fight. That's all
So Brian Norman looks more imposing than Jose Ramirez. It looks like he hits harder than Jose Ramirez. Looked to be in more of his prime than Jose Ramirez. And he might be, your answer is he might be getting advised that you need to do something extra with this nigga because he might be just a little bit more dangerous.
Yeah,
don't that sound like a roundabout? Don't that sound like a roundabout way of being fucking scared?
That ain't being scared, bro. I don't believe that. Because he'll just drop out of the fight if he asks for that. Why ask for that when you could just drop out of the fight?
So if somebody was offering you, the real, my brother, the real, if somebody was offering you $7 million and it scared you, but you knew if you went through it, you would get $7 million, you wouldn't do it anyway, even though you scared?
I don't think Devin Haney has to do that. He can get another fight.
That ain't what I asked you.
I do it personally.
So we can both agree that just because you're willing to do something don't mean that your ass ain't scared.
Okay, so KO, you think these boxers are scared, bro? You think these
I think a lot of boxers are scared. I think Devin Haney fought Jose Ramirez, very scary. I think that William Skull fought Canelo Alvarez, very fucking scary. I thought Caleb Plant showed that he was fucking intimidated and scared of Canelo Alvarez in their fucking fight. Yes, I think fighters they're human, bro. These niggas ain't robots, bro. They not Arnold Schwarzenegger from the Terminator. They humans with emotions and flaws and wants and needs and flaws and all kind of shit, just like you and I got, bro. Niggas ain't above being scared just because they fight for a living. I like that shit's crazy to me, man. Prize fighters ain't scared, bro. Man, them niggas human. And you know how niggas scared.
That's the wrong word, bro. That's the wrong word.
Nah, scared is the exact right word. When you have a fear or apprehension to do something because you're worried about what might happen if you do it, that is fear. That is the definition of fear, bro. So when you're worried about getting done like Sasaki got done, when you look at all them muscles and you see this nigga 24 and he hitting hard, when you see that he been sleeping shit lately like he did Santillan and Cuevas with a power jab and Sasaki, and your response is, look, we got to make this nigga do extra than anybody else. But we ain't do that to Jose Ramirez. It don't matter, nigga. We need to make him do extra than anybody else. Nigga, that is fear, bro.
You keep missing the point where I said Brian Norman Jr. has never been with VADA. He's never went any type of VADA testing in his career.
I didn't miss that point. He already signed up for it.
He signed up for it now, but he's never had to prior to this experience.
Yeah, but what's the point though? If he signed up for it,
if he met all the terms,
Turkey is funding the fight, right?
Yeah.
And Brian already agreed to everything Turkey put out there, right?
As far as we know, like the last
and Devin as well, right? Devin as well, or else Turkey wouldn't announce the fight, right?
Yeah.
All right, so what's the extra shit for? If you ain't scared,
like
what's making you handle Brian Noman differently from everybody else that you ever handled? What would that word be? Since you don't want to use scared, what's a better word? I bet you it'll be a roundabout synonym of the word scared.
The word is just calculative caution.
What? What?
Calculated caution, nigga.
Get the fuck out of here. Drop a comment in my chat. I gotta rinse you up, bro. You full of shit.
Nah,
you
man.
Full of shit,
I don't think he's scared, KO. I agree with your points with the contract, but
I got you, bro. I got you. Look, you earned with that bullshit comment. You earned yourself a wrench, bro. Drop a comment. Let me get to the next. Drop a comment and I'm gonna rinse you up. That boy said calculative caution. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? Drop a comment, dog. I'm gonna give you a wrench, bro. That shit's wild, dog. Niggas crazy, bro. Niggas is crazy. Salute to the homie. That's my first time. That's my first time talking to her, bro. Drop a comment, man. I give you a wrench, bro. Calculative caution. Calculated fear is what I. Man, I love y'all, bro. Y'all crazy hell, man. I miss some super chats. Shout out to my dog, Drink More Water, coming through heavy with the fire. Let me see if this camera will turn on without fucking messing up my internet. Shout out to my dog, Drink More Water, with the 5 piece in the super chat, man. He say, nah, it's tripping. Goddamn. Sorry, y'all. I hate to be the avatar dude, but shit's tripping. He say, going forward, all the Devin opponents better be signed up for Vada at the time of contract signing. New president that will be under heavy scrutiny. I'm with you, dog. Shout out to Big Dog Willie with the 5 piece in the super chat. According to the Haney code, the only reason why Devin is fighting Noman Jr. because every fighter on the Bill dumbass list is ducking Devin Haney. Yeah, bro, I don't get that because how you getting ducked from niggas that don't fight in your weight class, bro? Straight up, bro. Straight up, like how you getting ducked by people? Like how can Shakur possibly duck Devin when they fighting 2 separate weight classes apart from each other? You got 135, 140, 147. How he ducking Devin, bro? How? And I'm not even a Shakur fan. How is Gervonta Davis ducking Devin? They ain't no offer for no damn Devin Haney fight. For no Tank Davis. How the fuck is Jerron Boots in his ducking Devin? You niggas is crazy, bro. Shout out to L&L Sports Commentary with KC 5 piece, no biscuit and super chat. Truth be told, Devin been fighting scared for 3 fights already. Just a matter of time for him. Salute, KO. I don't think he fought in the Ryan Garcia fight scared or the Regis fight scared or the Loma fight scared. Just the Ramirez fight, bro. I disagree with that, fam. And you know I ain't above being petty and cooking Devin, but I ain't gonna, I'm not gonna say something. I thought he fought beautifully against Regis. I thought he fought a good fight against Loma. I thought he fought a tough fight. He remained tough against Ryan Garcia. Jose Ramirez is the scary shit, and then he's behaving scary outside the ring with Brian Norman Jr. That's about the only place I'd take it, bro. You know what I mean? Shout out to my dog. Shout out to 2 Cents Boxing. 2 piece, no biscuit and super chat. Y'all go subscribe to her channel. She say Bill manipulating the fuck out of y'all is pathetic. Yeah. Shout out Big Dog Willie with the 5 piece. Back in the super chat says, amazing how the Haney court is getting upset about calling Devin scared. On the flip side, Haney court called every boxer around Devin weight scared. Yeah, I mean that's what come with the territory. It's just these points that I'm hitting them across the head with. Ain't nothing nobody can really do about them, and that's the difference. Like they shit easy to tear down because it be capped like a motherfucker. This shit here, the proof is in the pudding, bro. No more sleepwalking. Being a member for 2 straight months. No Vada. KO Vada is not the only drug testing in boxing. No, they're not. I think they're the most preeminent one. You know what I mean? Okay, I can get to some topics. I got about 30 minutes left. I can get to some topics so I can keep cooking, y'all. There go the link. It's y'all choice. Until somebody hit the link, I'll just, you know what I mean? I'll get on some topics, man. Unless somebody come hit the link, bro. Jesse Bam Rodriguez was ducked by motherfucking Junto Nakatani. Where my Junto fans at? LeBron Jones, who? What up? LeBron Jones, what up? Hey man, Jesse Bam Rodriguez, hold up. Pay, what up?
What up, bro? I think I just want. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
All right,
Zim, I see you in the building. What up, Zim? Go ahead, fam.
I just got one thing to say. I think a lot of boxing fans keep getting it confused, bro. VADA don't test anybody. Only thing they do is pick up they actually take the blood and the
Yeah.
urine to another testing site, bro. But I keep hearing a lot of people keep saying why he not signing up for VADA as if VADA is the one that does the test. Does the testing.
Nah, they administer. They kind of oversee the shit. I think they use
Yeah.
water to test. I think if memory serves me correctly,
Yep.
but
They
they
like
pick.
pretty much the middleman.
Water, but they are the ones you would sign up for though. But yeah, I appreciate the clarification. We knew that on that channel, but for those of y'all that didn't know that, Paid is right, bro. You got anything else, fam?
No, that's all, brother.
Salute to my homie Paid. Second. But you still gotta sign up for VADA, y'all. Still gotta sign up for VADA, and they run everything through them, bro. Now with that being said, bro, I want to talk about Jesse Bam Rodriguez. So Jesse Bam Rodriguez, what up, big dog Willie?
What's up? I just gotta say something real quick. Why they always talking shit when they have a fight coming up?
Because, bro, that's how you sell your fight, fam.
They talk shit about other people, other fighters.
They always do that, bro. That's what they're gonna talk shit, and get they get their clout going up, man. They gotta sell their undercard spot. They're trying to upgrade to the main event. You know what I mean? They stuck on the co-main for the second time. So they out here.
Yeah, I don't know. You know me. You see me earlier, and that shit irritates me. It's like,
Gotcha.
yeah. But I'll let you go, man. I just had to say that.
Shout out to my dog, big dog Willie. Boxing Hacker, what's up?
What's up, KL?
Chilling, fam.
Chilling, brother, chilling. Hey, so check this out, right? I listened to that recording. Bill Haney actually said that, like it was sort of like they already planned to agree to like take the assignment earlier, and then Brian Norman never said like it didn't happen. So it's weird that everybody's saying that there was some like agreement on August 1st, where when you listen to it again, it's Bill Haney say, "Hey, you guys said you already signed up, and now y'all saying you didn't sign up," and that's why he said he was going to Turkey. Because they were under the suspicion that they were already signed up for it. So I don't know where all this is going, like, oh, that they're trying to like duck the fight, or this and that. When they've been talking about, increasing testing because of what happened to them. And based on what Bill was saying, like it makes sense, right? Like it makes sense that if me and you are in agreement, and I think and you tell me, hey, I'm gonna do this, and later I found out that you didn't do it, then that's a problem. So what's the confusion here?
Shout out to my dog Aaron Muhammad with the 2-piece in the super chat. Says for KO, always using sound logic. Appreciate you, Aaron. Is that it, Boxing Hacker? That's all you got?
I mean, yeah. I want to know what's the confusion. And also, one more thing before you go, right? Like people, it's funny how the first narrative is that Devin's trying to duck. Devin's trying to duck. When he's literally been talking about doing 365 testing ever since the Ryan Garcia situation, and that all his fights are going to be 365 testing. 2, Devin has somebody even mentioned it. Devin's always fought people with titles. Devin's never been the one to pull out a fight. Devin's always been upfront with stuff when it comes to fighting somebody that he really wants to fight. So, but like the first disagreement over testing, the first narrative is, oh, Devin's trying to pull out, Devin's scared. Where are people even getting this information from? But yeah, I'll land it there though.
So a couple of things. Brian Norman also said this is some new shit that you coming with behind, just the last couple of days. We've already agreed to do VADA. Turkey is paying for a certain amount of testing, and the Haneys want that to be more. Now, I don't believe Devin Haney ever said everybody has to be on 365 because Jose Ramirez is not on 365. Ryan Garcia is not on 365 VADA, but they had agreements in place to fight Devin Haney. What he did say was everybody had to be on VADA. The problem is that the Normans, they had not gone out the scope of the agreement that Turkey laid out for them. And if Turkey is only paying for a certain amount of testing, then that's all they have to sign up for based on the contract that they have with Turkey. What I'm telling you is two things. Number one, Devin and Bill have never gone outside the scope of an agreement before. Usually, when they have an agreement in place, when they have something already in stone and they've already announced the fight and they've already did a press conference and a promotion for the fight, as I keep telling everybody that comes up here, that means everything is done, bro. That means that the negotiations are finished. So whatever you wanted in the negotiations, whatever you asked for, then that's over with, bro. That's the problem that people are having, is that this is outside the scope of an agreement, which is why you get Bill Haney saying shit like, well, we'll pay for it. We don't want to go to Turkey. We'll pay for the extra testing. We'll do this. We'll do that. Because you're going outside the scope of an agreement that you already agreed to. This is why people are calling him scared, because they've never done anything like this before, bro. They didn't do this shit with Jose Ramirez. Whatever Jose Ramirez testing, whatever he did or didn't get tested, then they were cool with that. They didn't come back and try to ask him to do more shit after the contract was already signed and the fight was already announced, bro. Same for Ryan Garcia, Lomachenko, and all the other Devin Haney opponents that he's ever had in his career. This is the first time he has announced the fight, did a promotion for the fight, did presses for the fight, and then came back and asked for some additional shit on top of what he had already agreed to. That is why I am saying he is scary, bro. On
Okay.
top of the phone call that you and I have already debated about. All of these things are things that they never do. They're things that they have never done, you can't name one time they've done some shit like this. So with that being said,
yeah.
scary, bro. Fearful, worried.
You done?
Finished. Go ahead.
So with that being said, based on what Bill Haney said, part of the agreement was for them to start testing early. So based on what Bill Haney said, although Brian Norman sort of like alluded to something different, I sort of agree. I believe Bill Haney, because Bill Haney also said he was going to talk to Turkey about it. You know, if to say that what you're saying was correct, right? Bill Haney will have no argument, right? Probably the situation will be resolved. Either they won't do the fight, or Brian Norman will. However, Bill Haney said, "Hey, you told us that you guys already signed up for it, and I'm gonna have to talk to Turkey about this." This was his argument against. Brian Norman never said, "No, we never told you that." He never said that. And guess what happened?
Turkey, and they did agree to
Long
sign
and
up
behold,
early.
guess what happened? They signed
They
up
did
for
agree
it.
to sign up early, bro. They agreed to sign up early. August 1st is early.
They
Turkey's only
said they
paying. Turkey's
said they're
only
going to
paying.
sign.
Turkey's only paying for 8 weeks. Boxing
No.
Hacker. August 1st
Wait.
is damn near 4 months away.
Wait.
August 1st
That's
to
not what
November
Bill Haney
22nd
said.
is longer
That's
than
not
8
what Bill
weeks.
Haney
Number
said.
one. Number two, Turkey did an interview the very next day, and he said everything is signed up for. All my fighters are being drug tested. They'll be in Nevada. The Haneys are asking the Normans to do something outside of what Turkey is paying
That's
for,
not
bro.
true. That's not
So
true.
then, what does
That's
Bill
not
Haney
what,
need to talk to? What if they're not
because
doing something outside?
exactly.
If they're
Okay,
not doing
exactly.
something
So
outside of what
why?
Turkey's paying for, what does he need to talk to him for, bro?
Wait. Here's the thing. If I have no argument, right? Let's say, like I said, say it's me and you. Let's say it's me and you, right? And I'm telling you, you told me that you were gonna sign before August 1st, right? Okay, you're not gonna do it. Then I'm gonna go tell Turkey. If I'm not telling the truth, I don't have an argument.
Brian Norman didn't agree to that, bro.
So it's one person's word against the other then. Because Bill Haney literally said, you
Yeah,
told
and
us.
the person
And
and the
hold up,
one person
there was
and
a
the
time
one
that
person
Brian
word
Norman
that
said
you're coming up
they
here
already
with
signed up
is the
about
one
it.
offering to pay for it, bro. If the Normans are outside the scope of their contract, they be the ones in breach of the contract they signed with Turkey. They be the ones in breach of the agreement that they have with Turkey.
No,
Bill Haney is trying to pay for it. Bill Haney is trying to
No,
pay
that's not
for
how
it
that
himself,
works.
bro.
That's not how
Why
that
is he
works.
trying to pay for it
That's
himself?
not work. The only way, if let's say if you let's speculate if you're as part of the contract. The only way it's outside contract if it passes a given date. As long as it's before the given date, you're still within the contract bounds, right?
What are you talking about?
You're
What are you
saying
talking about?
if that's true, then it'll be on Brian Norman. That's not necessarily true.
I'm telling you, it's very simple, bro.
Brian Norman
It's
said
very
we're
simple.
going to test
Listen
August
for a
1st,
second before you
and Bill
respond.
Haney saying that's not what we
Listen
agreed
for
to.
a second before you
Yes,
respond.
go ahead.
Listen for a second before you respond.
Go
What
ahead.
I am telling you is that whatever agreement that they have when they negotiated that fight, the drug testing agreement was in those terms that they already agreed to.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Haney and Devin Haney are asking for the Normans to go outside the terms of the agreement that they have with Turkey. And that is a fearful tactic. That's not up for
That's not
debate.
what they said. That's not what they said. It's not what they said.
That's exactly
That's
what's
not what
happening.
they said. That's not what they said. What are we talking about? Bill Haney didn't say that.
It doesn't matter that he said that. It matters that
you're taking
that's
one
what
person's
it is.
word over the other. Bill Haney said that they already said that they were going to do it prior. What are we talking about? You can't just take somebody else. If you want to, huh?
They said they were going to do what prior?
They said that they said Bill Haney said that they were going to sign prior to August 1st. That's what Bill Haney said, right?
And the Normans said no. We said we signed up August 1st. My son got. Hold on a second, bro. Damn. My son said he got this going on, got that going on, and he'll be back and he'll sign up for August 1st. Turkey even said they're paying for 8 weeks of testing. Now count back from November 22nd. All the way back 8 weeks, and you'll see that's well after August 1st. The only ones asking to change something and make it even earlier than August 1st were the Haneys trying to go outside the contract, bro.
There's no proof of that. I don't know. Wait, Bill Haney's saying that. Wait.
You don't think Turkey would know how much drug testing he's paying for, bro?
Turkey took Bill Haney's side. Do you forget that part too? Are we acting like
what?
who's then Brian Norman and them sign up for testing now? Brian Norman they're testing, right?
He didn't take Turkey's side. They just did it. If they did it, which I don't know that they did, because your source is the goddamn boxing voice. Brian Norman
Jr. said he signed up for it. So I don't know why. That's not my source. That's Brian Norman Jr.
If they did it, that doesn't change anything. They're just meeting the demand so that Devin can't wiggle out the fight. That doesn't change anything that I'm saying, bro. It's still something that's outside of the scope of what they already have.
How do you know that? How do you know that? When Bill Haney's literally saying the opposite.
Bro, you got to stop listening to respond. These are all facts, bro. Stop talking.
They're not all facts. How can you call it fact?
Turkey said, this is how I call it facts. How many weeks did Turkey say he was paying for?
8 weeks.
Bill Haney and them want more weeks, correct?
They said that they have already told them that they were going to start testing early. That's what Bill Haney said.
Bill Haney wants more weeks than what Turkey is paying for, right?
He's not saying we want extra weeks. He's saying that, hey, you guys said
so by asking them to sign up in July, by asking them to sign up in July for a fight in November, that's not extra weeks?
No, wait. Replay the tape. He said that Brian Norman told him that they were going to sign up already.
And Brian Norman denied it. So fuck
okay, there's one person's word over the other.
No.
You can't validate one person. That's
no, bro. I'm not validating anything. Take what they both say out of it. Fuck what Bill said. Fuck what Brian said, bro.
And then what's the conclusion?
No, stop talking, fam. Because you're not listening, bro.
Oh my God.
Listen, dog. Fuck what they said. We don't have to use nothing that they said. Turkey said he was paying for 8 weeks. Correct.
Correct. Yes.
Bill Haney wants the Normans to sign up in July, right at that moment. Correct.
Correct.
From July to November 22nd is longer than 8 weeks. Correct.
Yes, correct. Yes.
So then they are trying to get the Normans to go outside of
that's not conclusion. That's not conclusion. Because in a contract, I can say I'm gonna pay for this. You know that, right? Just because Turkey's paying for something, I can say, I want extra testing and I'll pay for it, and we can put that as part of our contract. Correct. Am I lying about that? I can literally say that in a contract.
You could have.
Yes. So what's the problem? So you saying that Turkey's saying this doesn't make it valid? If I could do the same thing.
Listen. You could, but they didn't, which is why the
fight
was announced.
How do you know?
Because the fight was announced. You think they would announce the fight if they were haggling over the drug testing, bro?
And guess what? Bill Haney is saying that what they promised was not delivered. So guess what? The fight can be announced because I'm thinking you're still going to do something.
He didn't promise that. So again, you keep going back to
there was one person's word over the other. Then if you want to do that,
bro. Stop, fam. Stop.
No,
I told you
one person's word over the other.
No, because I don't want to debate nothing but the facts. I told you let's take it out of stop, bro. Stop, fam. I told you. I said boxing hacker. I said let's take that out of it. Because Bill is saying one thing, Brian Norman is saying another.
Yes.
One person that don't have no dog in this race is Turkey.
Yes.
Turkey said I'm paying for 8 weeks.
Sure.
You agreed to that.
Yes.
Bill Haney is asking for more than 8 weeks. You agreed to that.
Sure. Yes.
The fight has already bro. The fight has already been announced. The press conference is already done.
Yes.
So the fact that they're asking for something that Turkey has already said he wasn't paying for lets you know they're going outside the scope of the agreement. And I didn't have to use
that's not true.
No,
that's a false equivalence. That's not true.
Anybody's word to say that, bro.
That's not true.
I didn't have to
because
tell you what
I already proved it to you.
I didn't have to tell you what Brian said.
I already proved that to you. That's not true. Because guess what? I can put something in the contract saying that I'm going to pay for something, and I can also add myself in the contract.
I don't
say that. How do you know if you never saw the contract? How do you know? Bill Haney's saying that these guys promised something, and then,
I
and
can't
Brian Noman
stand
didn't
these
say
how
they
do you know
didn't.
arguments.
What
You
are we
got Bill
talking
Haney.
about? No, because
You got
Bill
Bill
Haney
Haney
said
on
that
camera telling
Bill
your
Haney's
ass, bro.
argument was
Stop
this.
talking,
Bill
fam.
Haney's argument,
Stop,
playing.
bro,
You can call
stop
me a
talking.
liar. He
Stop
said
talking.
that, hey, y'all told us
Stop
y'all were gonna
talking,
do this
fam.
prior.
Fam, stop talking. You have Bill Haney. You have Bill Haney telling you that he is willing to pay for it. You have him telling you that they want extra testing. You have Turkey telling you I'm only paying for 8 weeks.
Yes.
So the Brian Norman Jr. is not outside the scope of his agreement with Turkey yet. Turkey is the one putting on the
There's no
fight, not
proof of
Bill.
that, KO.
Bill is asking.
That doesn't equate to that. Just
What do
because
you mean?
Turkey can say, I already proved it. Oh yeah, just take me and you for
You haven't
example.
proved shit.
Let's take me and you for
You
example.
proving to give
Tell
me
me
a
if I'm
fucking
wrong.
headache, bro.
Tell me
That's
if
all
I'm
you
wrong.
proving.
No, take me and you for example, and a third party. Let's say the third party that's funding our fight, right? And me and you about to fight. I can literally be like, you know what? Okay, Turkey, you say you're gonna pay for 8 weeks. All right, you know what? I'll pay for extra weeks for me and KO. I could put that in our agreement. Can I not do that?
If they had did that, then they would have said that, and they would have already had everything
And
done
Bill
ahead
Haney
of time, bro.
said, and I keep telling you this over and over, he said, hey, y'all said y'all were gonna bid sign up for this. That's what Bill Haney said. And you keep ignoring that part. He literally said, hey,
And
you guys,
Brian
that's
Norman
why he
said
said he's
this
going
is
to
just some
Turkey.
shit that you just
He didn't say
came
he's
up
making
with.
it up.
Listen, bro. Listen. He makes shit up all the time. Don't
Oh
disrespect
my,
me like that. The
oh my
man makes
God.
shit up about me. So I keep trying to tell you, bro, and I'm being very clear. Let's not use Bill Haney's words. We
No,
don't
but
even
we
have to
have
use
to.
Brian Norman. We don't have to use
That's how this
Brian Norman
argument
Senior
started.
words. Stop
How can we
talking.
not use the words?
Stop
But we
talking.
have to.
Because we can't trust either one of them.
Oh, no, you can't trust either one. I'm
We can't
taking what
trust
they're saying
one of them.
because that's how
Bro,
we're getting the
stop
information.
fucking talking, bro. We can't use either one of them. So what I am trying to do for you and make you understand, bro, but for some reason you just want to play contrarian, fam.
Because it
Stop
doesn't equate
talking,
to
nigga.
that.
I'm not done.
Go
Stop
ahead.
cutting me off on my own shit.
Go ahead, brother.
I am telling you, Bill Haney is saying one thing, Brian Norman Sr. is saying something else. So they're diametrically opposed, bro. They don't agree. Bill is saying y'all said y'all would do this. Brian Norman Sr. is saying you a goddamn lie. So we throwing that out. Let's go with the person who has no horse in the race, which is Turkey. Turkey said, I was paying for 8 weeks. Let's go back to what they were trying to do. They are arguing about more testing. They're arguing about signing up at a certain stop. Boxing hacker.
I didn't say anything.
They're talking about more testing. They want more testing. They're willing to pay for it. They're willing to do X, Y, and Z. They should have put it in the contract ahead of time. They shouldn't have agreed to the fight and have Turkey pay for 8 weeks testing unless they knew, hey man, Turkey, if you're only doing 8, we want to pay for the other 4. Can you put that in the contract? And then announce the fight. Hey, Turkey, you only paying for 8, we want 16, we'll pay for the other 8. Can you put that in the contract? Let the Normans know we'll pay for it. All right, cool. Yeah, go ahead. We're signing off on this. You can't sign off on what Turkey is paying for, then try to backdoor your way into some extra shit, bro.
That's
It
not
doesn't
what
work
happened.
that way, fam.
It
That
didn't
is
happen that way.
exactly what is
That's what
happening.
happened.
If that's not what's happening, then tell Bill to go to Turkey then.
Oh, wait. That's what Brian told him. Wait,
And
okay.
did he? Did he?
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, I mean they're
Did he?
doing it. I don't know. All I know is Brian Norman's doing the testing now. But check this out. What you're saying is
No,
correct, right?
Did he go to Turkey?
I don't know, but I know they're testing now.
Has Turkey come out and said he's paying for more testing?
No, they ain't said they're gonna
All
pay.
right, then, bro. Peace. Shout out to my dog Juke. 10 piece. No biscuit in super chat. She say, if cheating was the concern, they would have the additional weeks of testing added to their contract. Bill going on socials to demand more shows it wasn't. That is why Bill is offering to pay for the extra. That's all I'm saying. If it was already in the paperwork, he wouldn't need to be paying for the extra. It's not in there, bro. We got Kiro Black with the 5 piece in the super chat. Says just showing love. I appreciate you, Kiro Black. Thank you for showing support. Manager Marty, what's up, man?
Yo, Knockout, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, bro. What you got for the show, fam?
My God, first and foremost, man, I appreciate you letting me on. I promise you I won't hold you long. Salute to everybody that's in the chat. Salute to UKO. I think everybody knows that I'm a trailblazer when we talk about Snack, Victor, Conti, and Vada. And I think everybody else also know that when I walk into a room to address the elephant, I don't just address the elephant, I feed the elephant peanuts. So I'm gonna do it real quick, 2 minutes, and I promise you I'm gonna let y'all go. Now, everything you said was right, KO. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room and feed him peanuts. Bill Haney was on what's his name? Ness, the boxing voice. And he said that he's willing to pay half for the testing on behalf of DHP if Brian Norman and his team and Top Rank is willing to pay the additional half um, to do the testing outside of the scope of the 8 weeks that Turkey Al Sheikh is already agreed to pay for. Am I hearing that correctly, KO?
Yep. Hmm.
Okay, now with that being said, why do Bill Haney have to pay for testing that Devin Haney is already doing? Okay, let me take it a step further. Why is Bill Haney having to pay for testing that Devin is already doing, considering that the testing outside of 8 weeks prior to a scheduled bout is considered 365? Let me go a step further than that. I was told, you were told, knockout, the whole boxing community was told that Devin Haney was enrolled in 365 VADA testing in November of 2024 when Bill Haney went on Vlad. And then 3 days after I debunked that theory in December, January of 2025 of this year, VADA on their Twitter account goes up and place a congratulations to welcome Devin Haney into 365 VADA testing. Well, if he's already enrolled in 365 VADA testing since November of 2024, and of course in January of 2025, why does Bill Haney have to go on record and say he's willing to pay half of something that Devin Haney is already being tested for? Okay, I'm gonna take it a step further than that. I thought, if I remember correctly, according to VADA's website and according to the CEO of VADA, who I had on my platform in March of 2024, most people saw the video I put out yesterday. VADA and Dr. Margaret Goodman, the CEO, told me, and of course I'm saying VADA because it's on their website, that they only test athletes 8 weeks prior to a bout, which is what Turkey Al Sheikh is actually paying for. He's paying for the 8 weeks of testing prior to the bout. In other words, is that's the only testing that VADA facilitates. Let me take it a step further. Basically, there is no such thing as 365 VADA testing. That's the whole point that I've been making all of this time. And not only that, if Devin Haney is already enrolled in it, Bill Haney don't have to put no extra money up to do no more testing that Devin Haney has already been doing. So what that goes to show us is that he's never been doing it. In fact, I would ask for paperwork. At this point, I would ask for paperwork. Now, if you go back and look at Ryan Garcia fighting Devin Haney, April of 2024, you will see, and you said it already, KO, and you definitely made the point that guess what? Bill Haney and them ain't never talk about no 365 testing against Ryan Garcia in the first fight. Want to know why? Because 4 months before that, in December 2023, Victor Conti told me he had a difficult time trying to get his own snack fighters, including sponsorship offerings to Haney, to get him enrolled in 365. There is no such thing as 365. It's a hoax, it's fake news, and Bill Haney and Devin Haney, the reason why they're scared is not because Devin is just saying, oh, I'm afraid. No, somebody's in the background pulling their strings, and that's Victor Conti, because Victor Conti believes that Brian Norman Jr. is suspicious of using PEDs, and everybody else that Devin Haney fights that Victor Conti believes is on PEDs, he not gonna let his golden child, uh, Devin Haney, fight him. Because as long as his performance is being enhanced, it's cool. But they don't want nobody else's performance to be enhanced. That's what I see. I'm gonna go live later on in the week, and I'm gonna break it all down like an old rifle. But I appreciate you having me knock out. And once again,
Ready, man.
365 testing is a hoax. It's fake news, and that's the reason why they got to do all this additional testing outside of the 8 weeks that VADA already said on their website that they're willing to do. And that's why Turkey's only willing to pay for 8 weeks, because that's all VADA do anyway. Appreciate you, Knockout. Thank you.
Already, man. Already. Shout out to Texas DT20 with the 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. Salute KO in chat for the hard work. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Boxing Hacker with the 5-piece in the super chat. He say, Manager Marty is capping. Margaret Goodman said they don't do out of competition testing, which means they use the same test set throughout the year. Here's what I'm trying to get y'all to see, because I got about 5-10 more minutes left on this show, bro. I need y'all to understand what I'm saying. The fact of the matter, we got Nick J, Queens of Boxing Talk in the building. KQKC Boxing Network. What's up with you? P Hunter, what's up? Boxing and Barbecue. Y'all go subscribe to KQ. Go subscribe to L Dub Boxing, my dog. Go subscribe to Nick J and the Queens of Boxing Talk over there. And show them some support. Look, man, this is what I'm gonna say, bro. My point is this, bro. You only do shit like this when you worried about something. Whether you want to say he worried about Brian being clean, he worried about getting his ass knocked out, whatever the case may be, they're going outside the scope of the agreement to try to get Brian Norman to do something else outside of what they've already agreed to, bro. That's not on Brian Norman. If them niggas wanted 32 weeks of testing, 52 weeks of testing, shit, 104 weeks of testing, if they want that nigga to test 2 years after the fight, whatever the case may be, bro, they should have got him to sign up for that shit ahead of time, bro. The fact that they backing into it and you got to call Turkey to see what's up lets you know they didn't negotiate it up front. The fact that you got to back into it and offer to pay for it lets you know the shit wasn't negotiated up front. This shit is extra. And the Normans were willing to sign up early because August 1st is way more than 8 weeks before goddamn November 22nd. So y'all can miss me with this shit. That shit is scary, bro. They've never done this before. And that is the point I have made to y'all over and over again since we started this goddamn live, bro. They've never done this before. The thing that, whether you love the Haneys, hate the Haneys, the thing that you could always respect, once it was up, it was up. Contract signed, paperwork done, terms agreed to, fight announced, press conference done. What's happening? You got that with Jose Ramirez. They didn't come back after Jose Ramirez fight was announced. Say, bro, you only signed up for this much VADA. We need you to sign up for that much VADA. Hey, man, you only did this. We need you to do that too. Nah, bro. Shit scary, fam. Give a fuck what y'all tell me. Because if it was anybody else, let's flip it. Let's flip it. Let's flip it. Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach get announced August for October. They do their kickoff press conference. They do their face-to-face. Tank Davis come back a week later. And he do the exact same shit. Say, bro, we had agreed for VADA testing for 8 weeks, but I need you to do 12 weeks and I'll pay for it. Y'all gonna give him this type of grace? Or y'all gonna say he's scary? Y'all gonna say he a duck? Y'all called him. Here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. This is why y'all cooked out here, dog. Y'all call this nigga scary when he negotiate terms ahead of time. His catch weight, his rehydration clause y'all hate, all that shit is negotiated ahead of time and they sign on the dotted line and agree to it. They are trying to get this shit done after they've already agreed to it. Y'all cook niggas for shit that agreements that they make ahead of time where everybody know what the fuck is going on. The Haneys are blindsiding this nigga. Blindsiding this nigga with fucking, hey man, we need you to do this. I know we only agreed to this, but we need you to do this. And y'all won't say, oh, nigga scary, nigga duck. Let it have been somebody else, bro. Let Shakur Stevenson be like, yeah, nigga, I agreed to fight Williams and Pater. We did the press conference. We did the press conference and shit. We did our face-off already. Hey, William, look, I just want to let you know, bro. Look, we need a 24 by 24. I know we already agreed to everything and shit, but I need a 24 by 24. I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it. I'll pay for the ring. I'll pay for the ring. I'll pay for them to install the ring. We just need to change this, bro. I know we already agreed through everything through Turkey, but I need you to change the size of this ring. And if you don't do it, you a duck. Y'all would kill that nigga, bro. Y'all would kill that nigga, bro. The only reason you're finding a way to try to take up for this shit is because it's Devin. If it was anybody else that was trying to change shit after the fight was already done, y'all be cooking that nigga, bro, no matter who it is. Specifically if it was one of his rivals. If Brian Norman Jr. came out right now, even after all this, he came out right now, yeah, bro, okay, cool, bet. We gonna do the drug testing that you want, bet, no problem. Extra drug testing, no problem. But now we need to fight in the 12 by 12. Y'all gonna be cool with that? Haney fans? Now we need to fight in the 12 by 12. And if you don't fight in the 12 by 12, that means you a runner. That means you Tom and Jerry. Accept it right now. Would y'all take that type of pressure and be cool with it? Or would y'all cook him for trying to change some shit after he already agreed to it? I need to know, bro. Before I dip off and go spend time with my beautiful wife, I need to know, bro. If Brian Norman Jr. came back and was like, yeah, nigga, I want to change the size of the ring. I know we already agreed to it. I know we already agreed to everything, but I want to change the size of the ring. I want to fight in the 12 by 12 now. I'm the champion. What's up? What we doing? Y'all cool with that? Oh, I get it. Now y'all don't know how to. Now y'all can't do shit. I got y'all, bro. Now y'all can't do shit. I got y'all. I understand. I get it, bro. I get it. I get it. Now y'all can't do shit. Now all of a sudden, oh man, he's making too much sense. So objection, speculation, KO. I get it, bro. I understand, bro. But to this clown right here, and to this clown right here, I'll be live Wednesday night. Otherwise, I drop the link and cook your ass right now. Otherwise, I'll be live and I cook your ass right now. So here's what we gonna do: get you the fuck up out of here, right? We're gonna get your bitch ass the fuck up out of here, and then if y'all want to talk to me, y'all have to hit the link when I'm live on Wednesday. How about that? Anyway, bro, salute to everybody. Salute to Miss KO. Appreciate y'all pulling up on me. Y'all have a great night. We'll be live Wednesday night at 7:30. Hopefully, we'll talk about this some more, and hopefully, we have some other topics. We got some other topics for y'all. Let me make sure I ain't got no cash apps before I dip. Give me 1 second. Okay, I think we good. Y'all take it easy. Have a great night. Salute to all y'all, man. It's been a good Monday. I'll catch y'all on Wednesday night at 7:30. And y'all be sure to tune in for all the exclusive content that we got coming y'all way for the channel members and the daily content we'll be dropping for everybody else. I'll see y'all soon. Oh, I missed Super Chat. Hold up. Wait, we got John Wick with the 2-piece. No biscuit in Super Chat. Bill got them in this. Now they trying to abduct. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait for that fight. Hopefully, don't nothing mess it up. You know, I hope Devin don't come back and be like, yeah, nigga, we need to have you wear 20-ounce gloves. 20-ounce gloves. We need y'all to wear 20-ounce gloves. Who's infatuated, bro? Who y'all talking about? I know y'all ain't talking about me. Who y'all talking about, bro? Y'all lucky I gotta go. Y'all better not be talking about me. I'm gonna read your shit when I come back on Wednesday. And if I need the J Grant, if I need to holler at y'all, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Who infatuated? Smash a like. Sub to the channel. I'll see y'all soon.